Well, buenos dias, buenas tardes, or buenas noches, ducklings. So this is part two on how do we read. So I'm in Canvas, and if you want to make a copy of your own slide set, you can click right there, and you can do File and make a copy. I am going to go through this with you guys. So, mi casa y mi rutina, some story bits. I like to cite my sources. So, if you actually make a copy of this in the class notes underneath at the bottom, and when you're just kind of looking at it and it's not present mode, you're going to see where I cite each picture. And all of my reading clips were copied from thisislanguage.com, so I'm not claiming any authorship of this work. However, I did put in all the handy tips. So, some handy tips for reading a language. Miss Duck, I know how to read. Yes, you do. You know how to read in your own language. We're learning how to read in a new language. And so there are some tips and tricks. One, this is a Spanish 1 class. You are not expected to understand every word. I've been studying Spanish since 1983, and I don't know every word. I consider myself quite proficient. Remember that you're a Spanish 1 student, so your reading level is a pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, maybe a first grade level. Really and truly, we're just starting out, so we're not expected to understand everything. We're just getting the basics, and I want you to remember that. So some handy tips. Skim, scan, read, reread. Miss Stuck, I am not reading something 4 times. You're not actually reading it in depth. This is not an SOL class. We're just learning how to read, just like when you were a child and you heard a certain picture book over and over again. So skim, scan, read, and reread. What does this mean? Skim. Look for pictures. Look for headlines. Look for cognates. When you scan, you're not trying to get everything. You're running your eyes over it. You're kind of getting any glittering generalities. I think this is what this is about. This is my vague impression of what's going on. Then when you read to find out your quién, which is who, your cuándo, which is when, and your dónde, which is where, and your qué, which is what. Oh no, I'm stuck. I can't do this. I can't do this. Yes, you can. Ready? First, let's skim. Pictures, headlines, cognates. Here we go. Pictures. Take a second, look at the picture. Pause this video as you need to so you actually have time to do the thinking and the jotting down of your ideas. All right, what do you see in the picture? I see a man. I see a building. It's got some balconies. Looks like it might be in some kind of city or suburb area. Okay. Now we look at the headline. Tu casa. Well, hey, you know that. We're in Spanish 1. We're in Unit 2. We know tu casa, your house. Okay. So pictures, headlines. Now we're going to look for cognates. Miss Stuck, what's a cognate? I'm stressed. A cognate is a word in Spanish that looks and sounds like a word in English and means the same. So let's just go really fast. Well, we say in English. En looks and sounds like in. S looks and sounds like S. Metros. I wonder if that's like a metro like in DC or if it's that meters thing. Okay, construcción. Construcción looks and sounds like English. En looks and sounds like in. Me looks and sounds like my. You got the idea? So pause the video, take a second, and look for cognates. Words in Spanish that look and sound like English and mean the same. Go. Okay, now that you've unpaused, let's see. Me, my, in, is, maybe meters or metros. Construction, in my dorm, my, blank. Oh, that's white. Madrid, that's a place. And my. Okay, so it looks like we're talking about maybe this guy's house and where it is, and he's got a bedroom. Okay, so we skim, And now we're going to scan. Scan is just reading super fast. Don't even try to understand it. Just kind of get a general feel now. What are those tips again? Let's go back here. Skim, we did pictures, headlines, and cognates. Scan, we're going to get glittering generalities and vague impressions. So let's go back. I'm going to read it super fast. Take your finger and go along. That's really okay, because when we were little, someone read to us and they took their finger and they went along on the page as we were learning. Tu casa. Mi casa está en un edificio en el barrio de Sarsa, y es una casa normal de unos 90 metros cuadrados y de nueva construcción. En mi dormitorio está mi cama, hay 3 ventanas blancas, las paredes son moradas y tengo 2 estanterías rojas. Vivo allí con mi hermana y su novio. Mi hermana y su novio viven y trabajan en Madrid, entonces decidí irme a vivir con ellos porque más vale malo conocido que bueno por conocer. Mi barrio es el de Valdersarsa, está cerca de Ciudad Universitaria. Whew. Okay, so it's about this dude and where he lives, right? So take a second, pause the video, and jot down any kind of vague ideas, glittering generalities. Go. Okay, so you've come back after pausing. Well, we've got some words in here from our Unit 2 vocabulary. Casa, house. Edificio, building. Normal. Noventa, you might remember noventa as being 90. Okay, it's got construction. He's got a bedroom and a bed and windows and walls and shelves. Okay. And something about my sister and her boyfriend? Well, viven is live in Madrid. And to live with them, vivir con ellos. Okay, so basically this guy lives in Madrid with his sister and her boyfriend, and he has his own bedroom. He's got stuff in his bedroom. That's pretty cool. Okay. So you got those glittering generalities. All right, now specifically, any whos, people's names, subject pronouns, nouns that ID people. Any whens, days, months, years, times, days of night. So let's go back. We figured out the whos, didn't we? The guy, because he's saying me, my, and his sister and her boyfriend. Do you see any other names in there? Any people? Pause if you need to. Okay, ellos, them. Okay. Any whens? Pause if you need to. Yeah, I didn't see any whens either. All right, so we found the whos and we found the whens. Now let's see, wheres. That's any place, any location, any noun that has a place, any what for actions and activities. Okay, so take a minute and look for any wheres, any locations. Pause and then come back. Okay, you're back? You might have heard of Barrio if you have friends or family in New York or New Jersey, the boroughs. Basically, it's a neighborhood. That's a place. This looks like it's in capital letters. And that looks like it's in capital letters, and it's associated with that again. So I wonder if that's maybe the name of the neighborhood. And of course, we got Madrid, capital Spain, university. Okay. So he's obviously with the beard and everything. You can have a high school with a beard. But if he's got maybe he's probably a university guy. Alrighty, so we did the whos, we did the whens, we did the wheres. Are there any whats? Any major actions going on or major things? Pause, take a minute and go. Okay. Basically where he lives, that's the what of going on. And you know what? You just read this entire page. Yeah, you did. Alrighty, so let's kind of double check everything. Handy tips. Skim, scan, read, reread. Skim for the pictures, the headlines, and the cognates. Scan any kind of glittering generalities, vague impressions. What's going on here? And then read who, quién, when, cuándo, where, dónde, what, qué. Notice we didn't have any comprehension questions or in-depth stuff. We're learning to read a new language, right? All right, so we did that. Let's check out this one. Oh, I mistuck these little words. Okay, what are the tips? Pictures, headlines, cognates. Skim for pictures, headlines, cognates. Pause, do it yourself, jot it down, and then come back. Ready? Go. Okay, you're back. So, pictures, I see a lady. I see a street. Looks like there's some buildings with balconies again. See some people? Okay. And the headline, Tu casa, your house. And then cognates, did you go through and look for the cognates? My, television, dorms or bedrooms. Okay, false cognate. It's not a potato. It's dad. Parents. Species. Plants. Mention. Okay. In. All right, now scan for glittering generalities. I'm going to quickly read. You can take your finger and go along again. You're not supposed to understand everything. We're just kind of getting the feel. Ready? Go. Bueno, mi casa tiene 3 pisos. El primer piso es donde está la sala, el comedor, la cocina, el lugar donde vemos televisión. El segundo piso son los dormitorios. Entonces ahí están los cuartos de mis papás, los cuartos de mis hermanas. Y el cuarto piso es como una especie de lugar donde tenemos plantas. A mi mamá le gusta mucho todo lo de jardinera. Entonces, plantas, flores, y entonces mi mamá tiene todo está ahí, está esto allá. Menciona 5 cosas. Bueno, so it doesn't, it looks like it continues on, but maybe I cut it so you wouldn't have like a ton to read. So pause, glittering generalities, vague thoughts, go. Okay, you're back. So you remember your vocab list and okay, my house, 3 floors, first floor, living room, dining room, kitchen, TV, second floor, bedrooms, rooms of parents, rooms of sisters, something floor, plants? Oh, garden, plants, mom. Okay. How does this house sound to you? Is it big? Is it small? Is it busy? Okay. And now we're going to look for whose, what's, when's, and where's. First, whose. Pause and look for any people. Go. Okay, you're back. So, me, my, that must be the author. That's her. And the other people were parents and sisters and mom. Okay, now who, what? Okay, donde, where. Go ahead and look for any wheres, any locations, any places. Go. You're really pausing and doing this on your own, right? You're thinking? Okay, you're back for anywheres. I think just in general, her home and locations in her home. Yeah. Home, the floors of the home, the rooms in a home. Okay, when's. Let's pause and look for any cuando or when. Go. Yeah, I didn't see any when's either. All right, and now, so who, what, when, who, what? No, I'm sorry, I did who, when, where. Now we're going to do what? ¿Qué? ¿Qué? Any what's going on? Any major actions going on? Or just stuff? Ready? Pause, think, go. Yeah, no major action. Again, though, we think we understand about her house and where she lives. So she has a 3-floor house, and the very top 4th floor is like a garden. And so it looks like she lives in the city, and I'm looking at the pictures, and these homes are apartment style houses, maybe casa is being used as home instead. Okay, next one. Oh, she continues her story here. Well, rather than trying to read an entire thing, gets a little stressful. What else have we got coming up here? Oh, okay. So we got some other things we're going to look at here. Let's finish this one. So, again, pictures. Looks like the same pictures. Looks like it's the same story. So, ready? Go. Skim for cognates. Okay, let's see cognates. My dorm armoire. In my. Okay. So it looks like she's talking about stuff in her bedroom, maybe. Okay. So now that's the cognates. Now let's kind of scan for any glittering generalities. I'll read it to you. Bueno, en mi dormitorio tengo un armario, tengo un cuadro, una pintura, tengo algunos peluches, algunos muñecos, tengo un perchero y tengo como un cajoncito donde guardo mis libros debajo de mi cama. ¿Sí? ¿Con quién vives ahí? Bueno, en mi cuarto dormimos 8 personas. Somos 8 personas, sí. All right, so glittering generalities. And you know your words from your Unit 2 vocab list. My room, we have, I have, closet, painting maybe? Some other stuff that we don't know yet in our vocabulary, and that's okay. I have, okay, my books, my bed. Now we know this one. Con quien vives ahí? With whom do you live there? My room, 8 people. Whoa, okay. So you got it. All right, so we're going to actually pause the video here because this is all about the house. And rather than having a really long video, I'll come back to this one with the chores in the next video. So I want you to take a break. You've been studying and practicing about my house, and it looks like mi rutina is coming up. So now is a good time to take a break. Set your timer. Go stretch. Move your eyes and your neck around. Do some breathing. You might find if you do that a few times, it feels relaxing. Get some water, get a healthy snack, and then come on back. Thanks for all you're doing. I know you're going to learn how to conquer this reading, and I believe in you.